Welcome to week 8 of The Artist's Way. This week is all about recovering a sense of strength. There were a few quotes that really stood out to me in this week's chapter that I thought we'd have a little chat about, have a little debrief. The first quote I would like to discuss is, "Struck by a loss, we focus understandably on what we leave behind." This really hit home for me. Before even reading this chapter this morning, I was feeling anxious because I was unsure if tattooing is the right career path for me anymore, which is very daunting to think about, and I had sort of just been shoving that down for a good while. I kind of didn't want to face the fact that I felt like that. YouTube and video making is just seeming much more aligned. It's scary to have this change of heart, and I have found myself doubting these feelings. The reason I'm worried about the decision is because I've tried numerous career paths, and each time I've ultimately ended up at the same place going, okay, I don't want to do that. And where do I go from here? What do I want to do? I'm worried that I'll never find the career I'm truly longing for, and I'll just keep ending up in this cycle. I'm not going to make any rash decisions like I've done in the past. I'm going to stick with tattooing, stick with YouTube. I'll stay on the path that I'm on, balancing YouTube and tattooing. I'm just going to change a few things about my tattooing career and see if that helps, because I feel like it may be other factors to why I'm not really enjoying it anymore. So I'm just going to test some things out, see how I feel with it, but I'm really going to give it a good go. But at the moment, I am not feeling great about it. Every time I get people booking in, it just makes me feel really anxious. And it's like, fuck, like I've got to tattoo this person. I want to follow my gut, but I want to make sure that it is my gut and my overthinking isn't just leading me down the wrong path, if you know what I mean. I find it hard to know what is a gut feeling and what is just my anxiety. The next quote that I liked was, "Reach for what you really want." I really want YouTube, guys. Many times when choosing a career path, I haven't actually listened to myself. For example, I have an advanced diploma in graphic design. I chose graphic design because I liked art and I thought that would be a practical way to make money. Then I never did anything with it. So I decided architecture was a good route for me because I like art. I really enjoyed the design aspect of architecture, but the practical mathematical side was beyond me. It was so hard. So 2 years in, I stopped that and I said, this isn't for me. But what do those two things have in common? I chose both of those things because I like art. So why the fuck have I not just become an artist? I had this realization maybe like a year ago. And so that led me down the path of tattooing. And I thought, this is it. I've found the path. I've figured it out. As I said before, I'm currently questioning if this is the right path for me. There are many factors to it that I need to sort out. But then there's also this part of me that is like, YouTube is for you. I love the editing process. I love filming the videos. I love the concepts. It makes me do things that I never thought I'd do. Pushes me out my comfort zone. Makes me more adventurous. I just feel like it is benefiting my life in a massive way where tattooing is not. There's a bit of a divide there. The next quote that I really liked was, "Creativity lies not in the done, but in the doing." While I was creatively blocked, I was so focused on the end result of a piece that it took away completely from the process. I wouldn't even think about the process until I had a complete picture of how I wanted the end to look. And this worked sometimes, don't get me wrong. Maybe this works for some people. I realized that's what was making me blocked. I wasn't staying present, tapping into my intuition, or following my curiosity at all. There wasn't much room for movement. It was kind of just like, okay, this is my clear image on what I'm going to do. Yesterday, something shifted and I had the best art day I've had in a long time. I just sat down with my sketchbook and just sketched some things, and one idea led to another, and it just flowed really nicely, which is what I've been longing for and I haven't had in a very long time. Something finally clicked, and seeing this quote made me realize why. It was the first time in a long time that I was focused on the process rather than the end result, which was freeing. I don't know why I was confining myself in this tiny little space, being like, you need to do this. You need to make this art piece exactly like this. I guess I felt in control that way, but that leaves no room for creativity. And now the pieces that I did yesterday, I absolutely love, and I'm so excited to draw more. Experimenting has really helped me focus on the process rather than the end result. When I am experimenting with these videos or with my art, I don't know what to expect, so I'm not getting attached to a specific outcome. If you're feeling blocked, I highly recommend giving this a try. Maybe just follow your intuition and curiosity. What sparks a little fire in you, a little flame, and follow that. I had wanted to try clay, so I tried clay. I wanted to draw outside, so I drew outside. I wanted to make art with nature, so I made art with nature. Can be literally anything, but I feel like it is a snowball effect. The more you do it, the more ideas you have, and I guess you're filling your well. I guess that's filling your well, right? And even if you don't enjoy the activity you chose to do, you've still learned something from it that you don't enjoy that activity, so you literally have lost nothing, you've only gained. The next quote is, doing the work points the way to new and better work to be done. I feel like this is literally what I just said, actually. So I literally could have just said that sentence, but I just feel like this is a really nice way to look at results in a different light and kind of not get so negative about, oh shit, like this didn't turn out how I wanted it to, or it didn't turn out good, and to just be okay with the end result and be like, okay, well, just look at the positives, just reframing, looking at the positives. It helps the mental state immensely. The next quote is, we must work with what we have rather than languish in complaints over what we have not. This is such a lovely outlook, and also leads to more experimentation, because you're just creating with what you've got rather than being like, oh, I need this new material, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. Also helps to unblock you, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like that is such an easy cop out to be like, oh, well, I don't have this material, like I actually can't make that, and I actually can't do that, which I've just realized is what I've done with something recently. Like, I'm like, oh, I need graphite powder, so I can't really make a video or anything yet till I have graphite powder, but I literally have a graphite pencil and I could just use the pencil. I don't really need the powder, but it does give a good effect and I do want the powder. Anyway, those are my thoughts and realizations on this week's chapter. It was a goodie. I feel like it was very much what I needed to hear, and sort of the guidance that I actually needed, which is so weird. I wonder if Julia actually knows, like, okay, on week 8, like, they're gonna start realizing this, so I need to actually make a topic on that. If that's true, that is like some psychological fucked up shit. Are humans that predictable? Anyway, that may not even be true, so I'm not going to dwell on that. is time for a little conclusion to this week's video. I feel like this week has gone pretty well. I have definitely felt a shift in my mindset. I feel like I just took a step forward within my creative journey, which is really nice. I kind of have an idea of where I want to go next. I did have an interview with another studio this morning. They offered me a position in a few months, and I feel like it aligns with me better and is kind of what I need in that industry, so I'm excited about that. My artist date was really nice. I kind of just strolled around the lake near mine. I was going to draw, but I didn't have enough time, and I started getting bitten by mosquitoes, which isn't really that fun, to be honest, so had to cut that short. But I'm sorry if I seem a little off, a little down. We had to put one of my dogs down this morning, but I'm not feeling enthusiastic, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you're doing the artist way, let me know how you've gone, any insights, any revelations. I would love to know. Next week is all about recovering a sense of compassion. That'll be nice. Hopefully it can almost help me mourn. I don't know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.